Hello everyone, and welcome to Stygian, Outer Gods, a Lovecraftian survival horror adventure with RPG elements. Now, what mixture will be there, I don't know, but, well, anything Lovecraftian usually means we'll be dealing with horrors beyond our comprehension to break our mind. Now, this is actually the sequel, or I suppose more accurately a spin-off, to a game that was made by a different developer several years ago under the same publisher. That was Stygian, Reign of the Old Ones. But interestingly enough, it's actually a very different style. While apparently a lot of people are fairly upset about that one never being finished, that one was more of a 2D top-down or isometric game, while this one is a first-person survival horror. So it's a very different presentation, even if it is set in the same world. Thank you, developers, publishers, for providing me with a free key to try this out, and by the time you see this, there should be a demo available. This is, in fact, just the demo, but it's supposed to be pretty sizable in terms of content, for one. So, let's try it out. We can have multiple save slots. Easy, the unknown terrors are less punishing, allowing you to focus on unraveling the mystery. Normal, there's a steady mix of exploration and challenge as the unknown looms just close enough to keep you on edge. And hard, the veins of Kingsport will pump out bigger threats and obstacles. A war between the unknown and your mortality. Well, the struggle between curiosity and mortality has always been a big part of Lovecraft, which has me tempted to try it on hard, but for the sake of the Let's Play, let's do it on normal. Got nothing in our inventory but for a lighter. How did we end up in this situation?
No! Wake up, Jack! Wake up!
Perhaps it is a dream, perhaps it's something more. There's like black sand rolled up on the ground. And motes of something I assume I shouldn't be inhaling in the air. I think I might be on the astral plane from Control. In the dark, we can pull out our lighter. It's better than nothing, but it doesn't do very much.
It's not real. Open your eyes, you fool.
Oh god, that's not just stuff shifting around. That sounds like a roar, a growl. Oh, come on. And the lighter itself is not a reliable source of light. Long tail, some kind of lizard-like thing. That's actually interesting how our quick bar down there actually differentiates between containers. How the lighter is its own slot, presumably a pocket. There's a few for the belt. I also wonder to what extent the RPG elements will be in play.
Where have I seen this? Have I?
A strange unearthly plane and the vague notion that you've seen it before. This really is Lovecraftian.
Oh, deja vu. I can almost hear his voice. Don't think, Jack. That's your mercy.
Mysterious fragment. Ooh, when I carry it, it's a physics object. I get the feeling I've just made a choice. There's another one inserted over here. This one's empty. 3 empty, one already with a fragment. This one's seemingly damaged. Here's another. Okay, maybe I had him.
Familiar. Yes, Africa. The cursed sanctuary of the Mbangu. Was it?
This is also feeling a bit amnesia at the same time. And of course, when you have shared inspirations, I suppose that's kind of coming with the territory. We can jump.
Take it, Jack. Touch it. What does it mean?
Ooh, look. We're actually leaving footprints in the sand. Also, our vision's getting a little bit strange.
No! Please! Father! One day I'll have a quiet night. One day I'll have a quiet night. Probably when I'm dead. Need to wash. Victoria will be here soon. After all these years.
One day I'll have a quiet night. Occult ducks.
Father's occult nonsense. I'll stick to the United Amateur.
Dude, what do you have to stay up nights stressing about when this is your study? Are you kidding me? I want this. This game is very, very good looking.
Mr. Harrison, I'm glad you finally answered my call. I've been ever so patient.
Yeah, you'll have to be patient with me. I haven't quite figured out how a phone works.
His affairs won't matter soon. Can you feel it in your blood? Something is stirring.
Okay, I guess I don't... I guess my character doesn't read the dialogue when I click it. Sorry? Who the hell is this? Answer me this, and allow your words to split their cocoon. Is chaos a necessity for a well-oiled world? We can answer chaos is a scourge, an unnecessary annoyance, like this call. Or I would say we cannot exist without a modicum of it. What is this about? On the one hand, I suppose I agree with point 2, but point 1 would be a real banger in this conversation. Let's say 2.
Find me beyond the gate, before the Black Day.
Is this some kind of joke? I'm too tired for this nonsense. A dead line meets your irritation, sending an ominous chill up your spine. The caller is gone. Well, that was strange. Now a knock at the door.
Typical Arkham gloom. Perpetual misery.
Arkham? Well, I have to say, I am absolutely adoring the vibe in this. Yep, and as is typical for video games, we cannot access every room of our own home.
Bags are packed, yet my mind is unsure. Not a word from her since the days of our youth. And then a sudden invite.
Hold your horses.
Need to find that damn draft.
Look at that, we've got a reflection. A weary sack of flesh stares back, tired and worn by years of intensity. The expeditions, the war, the nightmares. You ponder the truth behind the reflection, what lurks within. My metal. Something sets me above other fleshy beings. We can say vitality comes naturally. I'm healthier than my kin. My brain is sharp yet hardy, a blade and shield in one. I'm unexpendable. Nothing can slow me down. And I am who I am. No changes. Ah, this is a perk or early game buff selection screen. Let's say my brain is sharp yet hardy. I'm not sure how exactly that'll affect things, but I get the feeling it'll be something more complicated than simply avoiding damage. Yet balance and all, the thing that sets me below my carnal ilk. I've always felt sickly, weighed down by my own flesh, and energy evades me. My living hours are taxing and slow. I'm gonna go with lower health rather than lower stamina. I'd like to be able to run. I can't stand being immobile. Fright is a natural response of mortality, but I do not fear. I do not fear nature's harsh touch. This vacant gap of fear must be filled, as I have discovered. By what? The degradation of my flesh? Or a spiraling descent of insanity? We're choosing without fully understanding what we're choosing. We can guess. My adventurous youth bore much curiosity. Above all, one thing intrigued me most. People and how to work them. The intricate battle with locks and what they hide. The very thing I dislike. The occult. The unknown. Is that why you're an explorer? To push back the bounds of the unknown? Let's say people and how to work with them. I tire of this visage before me, but lastly, something impedes my interest. When I cannot be my own key to a lock, and the very thing I dislike, the occult, the unknown. So we have to choose a buff and a debuff in each of these categories. I assume this means there'll be like a lockpicking minigame, unless I'm taking that too literally. I feel like you're not going to get very far disliking the occult here. But it would be something of an interesting handicap, wouldn't it? So for that reason, I'm going to go with 2. Yes, that's me. The eyes saw your choice. Why do I get the impression that I haven't only reflected, I've shared? You're missing a leg. Also, who are you and what are you doing here?
You've lost it.
Do you see visions like this often? Seer's card. Talents. Do these act as like perks? Heavy Strike allows to perform heavy attacks in melee combat. Perfect Block allows to perform a perfect block with good timing. Stealth Master makes walking and running completely silent. Artifact Knowledge allows usage of artifacts. That seems useful. Attentiveness highlights interactive items, while scrying required scry, so I guess that's a skill we can learn. Leverage allows lifting heavier objects. Speak with Dead allows one to speak with willing dead. These are exceptionally cool things. I really like the way it's handling this, so it's not just a stat screen where things go up and down with experience. It, like, fundamentally changes the way we interact with all of this. And in a Lovecraftian story, there's a lot of opportunity there for different experiences. Backstab increases damage dealt from behind. Well, you know what? I think I'm going to go with... it's either Speak with Dead or Stealth Master, and I'm going to go with Stealth Master. Presumably we can get more than one? Maybe. Maybe. It actually absolutely could just give us this. Yeah, let's go. I kind of doubt it, though, because it's a whole tab. And it's like they were never here. But look, this room, it's still in disarray. Suspicious stains on the bed and cobwebs all over suggest that this room is kept blocked off at most times. To share a dream is an intimacy, an embrace of two in the mind of one. Yet when is a dream not a dream? When it is vision, the one beyond the present. Are we all mad? Or looking through the eyes of another? Easy there, Lila. Howdy. Picture of Jack and Percival.
What a journey. Africa proved to hold our best and worst expedition.
Regrets there, maybe somebody's last. Note, August 17th, 1920. Dear Mr. Harrison, please expect a formal request for your presence to discuss the list of inherited assets from your father, Percival. Ah, I see. Further correspondence shall follow in post. Sincerely, Mr. Demelde. Yeah, sorry, I kind of left you waiting by the door for a while, and now I'm keeping you waiting a little longer while I kind of totter around the room looking at stuff.
Covered so much of this over the years. Some of the places won't even be on here.
You been to the moon? October 3rd, 1920. Dear Jack, years have passed since our teenage escapades, so forgive my unexpected intrusion. I write with a strange request. Miskatonic University is funding an expedition to the fabled Kingsport, and I want you to join me. Stanley is unavailable, but suggested you might be interested when I share his discovery. Your skills would be invaluable. We always made a fine team. I shall pay you a visit in a week. Victoria Fredkin. And now here you are. I totally didn't just read your letter, by the way. Jack, are you quite alright? I hope you don't mind me barging in. I heard the most dreadful shouting. Yeah, I get up to things when I'm alone. I'm actually happy you're here. Victoria, you look well. I'm fine. I was always attuned to your lies. When your father was still here, he told Stanley, and therefore me, of your otherworldly night terrors. It is good to see you. So we've been having trouble for some time. Your invite, after many silent years. What is this about? Okay, so I'm assuming that yellow lettering means that moves the conversation forward. We can also say, so much for privacy. The dreams are no longer bound to sleep. Wakeful visions? A troubling notion, yet undeniably fascinating. I mean, you're no research specimen, Jack, but the peculiar is my interest. It always was, if you remember. I don't remember much, but that I do. An occult fanatic like my father. So it actually kind of makes sense that we would be distasteful of that kind of thing. Expert, please. That's why we used to work well. I, the mind, you, the strength. Had to struggle to come up with a positive, huh? I may have a theory regarding your otherworldly visions. You haven't altered at all. Let's hear your whimsical notion, then. From the meager crumbs I have, it whispers of a place unknown to any man. Imagination, perhaps. But how would you conjure from nothing of our world? What kind of theory is that? It's more like poetry, really. The one where I berate your creativity. Unless time has worked magic, your openness to the unknown lacks. A brain pulls from reality. Just a theory. Your invite, after many silent years. What is this about? My invite lied. Kingsport calls to me, fueled by Stanley's tantalizing tales. Yet he refuses my passage like I'm his actual blood. You always had my back. I thought it could be the same now. Stanley doesn't know you're going? Still difficult, I know. But Stanley clings to this visage that I'm child to protect. I need to forge my own path as he has. With you by my side, his fear is unfounded. But why me? Most hesitate to utter Kingsport, so convincing them is a trial. Plus my trust is sparse. We are estranged, Jack, but not strangers. I hope. Okay, proceed. But in case my hopes dash against the rocks, your father is alive. Stanley insists he's in Kingsport, a belief that consumes him. If not for me, come for him. An old colleague insisting that our dead father is there. But then again, this place that people dare not speak of, let alone travel to. That would be some cruel lure, wouldn't it? Victoria, this isn't another deception, right? Has she done such a thing before? Lies are easy. We fatten ourselves on them. But I would not feed you such a trick, Jack. I could not. Impossible. But if Stanley believes... God, when would we depart? There's that spark of enthusiasm, just as I remember. A sturdy little vessel waits at the docks for us, and few other curious minds. Then, Kingsport. Our journey will not be short. The waters of Arkham are restless. Are you ready for an adventure? Like old times. I'd like to talk about Kingsport for a moment, because I'd really like to have all the lore I can get before we travel there. A quaint little town, draped in the weight of its own strange past. A haven for occult whispers. In other words, you love this stuff. Tell me about the town itself. Exiled from common thought, a place unseen and less sought. I have perused Stanley's notes on the town. The locals sound queer, but amiable. Okay, tell me about the occult whispers. Are you certain? The mind is designed to recoil from such. Yours... let's just say you lacked flexibility. Well, we can try it, and here we see our first skill check. Victoria's mouth moves, but all you hear is unintelligible noise. Its guttural force chews your head with a nauseous pressure. Stop. Victoria, stop, please. I warned you. When we arrive, I will take in Kingsport's deviant tales. You can glower in the corner. So, our receptiveness to the occult is actually a big deal. An open mind actually goes a long way here, but I suppose could also be dangerous in its own way. You said there are others coming? Others drawn to the town's shrouded embrace. I believe there's a detective, a bizarre doctor, and a mechanic called Anthony. A pleasant man I have spied in Arkham. Alright, like old times. Let's go. A month's search, a bond on lost. In the eye of the storm, Kingsport watched. So, something tells me I didn't step off the dock here. Is that the boat we arrived in? Even in the fog, the lighthouse is still turning. But were it not for the torches, this place would look completely deserted. Deserted and destroyed by the waters around this rocky coast.
Victoria! Victoria! By some cruel mercy, I'm alive. Kingsport looks deserted. Is that a corpse? Where in the hell have I washed up?
Oh, look at this. There's little shells embedded in the sand. The attention to detail in this game is stunning. There's a lit candle beside you as if you're left out here to welcome me. This thing is so big, I expected you to be decapitated when I pulled it. So we do have something of a weapon now. You know, in case the enemies are made of bread. We have a lighter as well, but that may be it. Did you hear that? And I just heard what distinctly sounded like whispering, and I was immediately inclined to step away from the window. I realized what a jump scare alert I put myself in. There's a corpse right there. I just worried that you're the one making those vocalizations.
Not deserved
Oh.
after all. At least not by feral mutts.
Okay, well you look a little ravenous. And I imagine live meat tastes better than corpses, so I'm gonna back away from there rather than try and fight you.
The fabled Kingsport. Already writhing with strangeness.
Yeah, that's a bit of an understatement. Even in the 1920s. So 90% of the population gone. Oh, look at that. We can pick up physics objects and drag them around.
Another body. Wait, no. This poor fellow still clings to life.
Although in very dire shape. Hang on, let me read some notes first. Yeah, we can pick up the physics objects, and that's presumably why we had a perk that could let us pick up bigger things. Dearest Mark, a small check-in. I pray that Charlie remains well, for the open air must surely be kinder than the war's ashen remnants. The war? How fares little Joanna? Does she remain a cherub, or has the untamed spirit of childhood risen? It seems she's been a true guiding light to Charlie. I await word of his progress. As ever, my deepest gratitude, Marie. Well wishes, and making it seem like maybe this place wasn't always so horrible. They talked about it having a past, but that seems like a normal communication. Oh, there's crafting as well. You can use scrap metal to make a lockpick, a splint, a bandage. Fixes fractures and restores a moderate amount of health. So maybe we can have more permanent injuries besides just lost health. Okay, we're gonna have to loot this place for all it's worth. We're gonna have to actually pay attention to what's on the shelves. A wan hue of pain colors the man's sickly skin. As he shifts, you notice a deep gash under his shirt, still weeping life's essence. God, what on earth happened to you? Mark? Mark, is that you? Has Joanna returned? I'm hurt. There's naught but void. Why can I see nothing? Help me, Mark. What's your name? Granny, age is catching you. But little Joanna? Well, she never forgets Charlie. Never Charlie. How'd you get such a nasty wound? I don't feel too well. A coil in my belly. I don't want your vitamins, Granny. It's obviously useless to keep questioning you, but who are Mark and Joanna? Don't send me back, Mark. I want to stay. Joanna wishes me to. Don't you? Alright, I'll go find something to stem the wound. Okay, we probably have to craft a rag or a bandage. We need a little more, though. Yes. I don't think there's going to be any other choice. My God, that thing looks like a vampire. Okay, so that's the detection indicator.
After all, at least not by
Alright, we're gonna have to fight. This is a little bit stiff. And it's probably meant to be, but that doesn't make it any easier. You have got a lot of health, and you're dead, but now we are in rough shape. I might have to reload. Cause now, how are we gonna heal you and me? We're replenishing a little bit on our own, but it may only be to a certain point, just to keep us from getting stuck. This does not look like a good rag for disinfecting wounds. But if you only need to live a little longer. I should have just committed and moved in and gotten my free hits on you. God, look at this. We can inspect the totem to maybe gain a cult skill? Beyond the walls where the wounded mortal lingers, the boat's bow shall turn, drawn towards luck. Sail now upon Boone's waters, before the depths claim their due. And we can return to inspect at any time. Unfortunately, we can't take that as a weapon, too. Marino, I'll put this plainly. The amendment's been passed, and the powers that be are tightening the noose on all our throats. If you want the supply to keep flowing into that sorry excuse of a pub you call a business, you'll have to cough up. P.S. Don't bother threatening me with Waxface and his goons. He has no authority in Kingsport. Smugglers? Does that mean you've got something I can use? We can open this from the back. Man, I am in such rough shape. But you're the story guy, so you're gonna have to take priority. I made you a bandage. Is Joanna safe? Is she safe? Tell me, did something happen to this Joanna? Mark? Mark, is that you? We have a 25% chance to lie, but no. It's Jack. Jack? I'm so sorry. It's my fault. Bring her back. The dark weighs on my eyes. Help me. You don't know what he did, but whatever it was, it gnaws at him. A peculiar, twisting guilt. Either way, he won't be long for this world. I want to know, what's your fault? His breath quickens. You've seen soldiers on the edge like this. They either spill or break. Perhaps I should be more cautious. This is where they're introducing an early moral choice. I think we are supposed to definitely get hurt fighting that dog, so that we have a dilemma here. Are we going to use it on ourselves because we need it, knowing that this guy is going to die soon anyway? Or do we do the morally correct but still entirely useless action and give it to him? Let me help you. The wound is deeply mortified, but his muscles relax slightly. Before drifting off, he takes a key from his pocket. Thank you. Thank you. I didn't mean to. It wasn't me. And there he goes. But we get the achievement, Mercy. Perhaps that's worth something, or perhaps not, but either way, we can move on now. I may have just locked myself. Not so uninhabited after all.
Finally, some sign of life. You there! I need help.
Are we experiencing this in anachronic order? I mean, it seems like we're perceiving it in anachronic order. And also, our health is still down. It actually is making me doubt my sanity.
Steady now. I don't want to see your brain leak out of all your orifices.
That's a thing to say. Most people just do something like, wake up, sleepyhead. My head is ringing. You're not fully shielded against the unknown. It's a miracle your brain hasn't outright recoiled. Something is seriously wrong. We need to leave. If we could, we would. The boats are absent. And do not forget your father. Something dark brews. But perhaps an opportunity has slipped into our grasp. We quell it. We can refuse to get involved, or we can just hear her out, what choice do we have? I know that look. What's your plan? The air's oily hands squeeze thought itself. We must be untouched due to my occult resistance and your fortitude. But a festering malaise flows from the Brasco's mansion. I can feel it. Is that what was wrong with those women? Madness is a descent, not a conversion. They are witches, likely the town's women, unwillingly warped, flocking to the chaos like a summons. You must joke. Witches are stooped hags and fables. And advanced gaming? Have they charmed you, Mr. Harrison? Careful. They castrate men like you for entertainment. The Brascos, owners of the mansion, along with their trade business named, inspiringly, Brasco's, a plethora of gossip I can provide later. Okay, so we've got the local rich freaks, we've got the witches, we've got a massacre down by the docks. But apparently you're fine, and surprisingly unfazed by all of this. So we investigate the mansion. Let's go. While you dozed, I took the liberty of snooping. The gate is sealed, and by no mundane means. Instead of a key, 3 tablets. Occult. Peruse the note by the door. It may aid the search. If my father could see us now. He shall, without surprise. Trouble was our specialty. I wish mine could see me. The real ones, I mean. What would my mother think? Let's do this. I need to get some things clear. What draws your curiosity? First of all, where are the rest of the crew? Anthony's fine. He helped me save you and went scouting. Of the others, I don't know. We can speak of them later. Are you alright after this? I'm actually kind of suspicious of how alright you are. Your hair's not even messed up. The true question is, are you? You're the one diving into the unknown's maw. My head's not, but I'll cope. Try to open yourself to the fear and let it caress you. Refusing it encourages your brain to recoil. So it's actually... That's really cool. Openness to the occult being a skill that we have to train. I'll try and remember that. What will you be doing while I search? Scrying you with my magic eye, of course. We are watched by an eye, so maybe don't joke about that. In all seriousness, I'm the occult expert. Researching. Wow, so does research involve those books right there beside your head in this warm, cozy cabin? And does searching involve going out there with the witches and rotten feral dogs. It does? Okay. We're getting out of here. Stay safe. Alright, so we need to locate the first of 3 tablets. Can't I just stay here? I mean... Oh, wait. What a bizarre mirror. Is there shadows beyond the glass? No. It's just a trick of the light. Yes, a trick of the light, surely. And saving is not single use, despite what the state of the mirror may imply, although I do wonder if maybe it won't degrade more with each use. By the way, it tells us where we have and haven't been. Look at this cabin. Between this and the intro, this is so cozy. This game is the ultimate in creepy and comfy. I just want to lie down here. I can practically feel this room. I mean, imagine just lying in this bed, the snow falling outside, the crackle of the fire. I'm tired, but she's still wide awake, and we just kind of trade theories on what's going on. It's like hanging out with Elster. You're not really gonna make me leave, are you? Alright, let's go then. Mark, it's done. Us keepers finally pulled off something worth it. Even that other Brasco, Irwin, lent a hand. Guess he's come around. Fingers crossed his magic keeps it shut. For safekeeping. Irwin, corporate office. Me, you know, next to the King's Color. Near smaller gate. Big Joe. Still renting. It says he's got a great idea to hide it. Concerning. So conspirators, you, Irwin, and Big Joe, plus Mark. The same Mark from before, no doubt. King's Color could be purple. But maybe that refers to something else entirely. We'll just have to go find out. Oh no, you didn't tell me we had crash landed in Resident Evil Village. I'm still not convinced this is real. I might just wake up. You can hope all you want, but once you wake up once, it's kinda over for that hope. So 3 seals for getting in, presumably one hell of a house. Wish we knew what's within. I don't know, but I bet it's really comfy. There's their ring camera. Yep, 3 tablets into the seal and that gets us in. Because, you know, it's totally impossible to just hop this thing. What are you, mysterious herb? Well, we can carry it around, but we can't do anything with clicks, so presumably it's used for crafting? I know those planks are. Now, let's have a look back inside the house, see what some of our recipes are. Also, these green glowing things hanging from the ceiling, that symbol on the door, is it maybe some kind of protection spell? We've got the splint, and the cool thing about a splint is that we can restore a lot of health using a fraction of the rags. We just gotta have the planks to go with it. So there are alternatives available. Hey there. Nice automobile, walking corpse man. Oh, you're wearing a mask. Retainer. Oh, neat little trick you're doing with that coin there, bud. Wow, that is some weird animation. I mean, it is really cool. You just don't usually see that kind of dexterity in video game characters. Esteemed sir, you look respectable. Please don't let my churlish facade deter you from my trade. You're the merchant. You young folk have interesting fashion sense. You jest. My mistress would say so. Anywho, fancy a gander at my wares? Or perhaps I could lend your assistance, my sir. Actually, I'd like to know more about you. Me? Sir, there's little to say. I'm just a lucky servant. Tell me about your mistress, because apparently we're just starting with this. Also, you young people? This guy's got white hair. Then again, 10 minutes in this place will definitely age you. Her Eminence sits across the waters to where I will always return. I am never happier than when we share a cup of tea and my Baroness regales her dreams to me. And what's with the mask? Alas, only my mistress may see my face. My mask is her wish, and I do not question her erudite eminence. On second thought, let's look at your stock. Now I really want to know about your mistress. You serve a greater being. Prices are in teeth, it seems. We can get a sledgehammer for 140. That's a lot of mouths. I think I'm good for now, thank you. You asked for help earlier. You still want it? My feet only grace this sodden town at the behest of my mistress, the Baroness. Do you know of her brilliance? No, I do not. Enlighten me, please. My delicate ladyship is the Baroness, a dreamer. She longs for the fancy lands. I heard this town holds a dreamer's miracle, but I failed her. How so? No dream research I found. I cannot return to my loveliness empty-handed, so I need something to reflect her effulgence? Effulgence? A trio of gems. Shiny shiners. A shiner means something different where I'm from. A wonderful world for something precious and beautiful. Small yet striking. I'll see if I can find any gems. No promises. I knew you emanated brilliance. All sorts of wonder was found in the mines. I'm sure the miners took some home. I do wish I found the dream knowledge, though. I'll keep an eye out for any dream research as well. Were it not for this humble mask, I might weep. Fear not, for your labor shall not be in vain. Do you crave anything else? Not for now. This is nice. It's dark, but it's got a weird sense of adventurous whimsy to it. Okay, well, I'm just gonna blatantly steal from your stuff here, and, you know, you just keep facing that way so it doesn't matter. I do have the stealth trait, maybe that's why. Well, let's explore the town. Though it doesn't seem like much is left, and it sounds like there may be some threats about. God, those howls are absolutely horrible. And we don't have much in the way of health. I get the impression I shouldn't be bothering you at this moment. And stealth is going to be key here. All I have is this knife, and I don't think I can take 3 of these things. Not only do I not know their power, but I'm also outnumbered, and I could barely handle a dog. Is there a vault ability? Not really, but we could move the crate. It looks like the world is like semi-open. I mean, it's very different, of course, but it's starting to remind me a little bit of Dishonored. Yesterday they sealed the house of my former neighbors, the Collette family. I've been trying to help their sickness, assuming it's a strain of the flu, but modern medications didn't help the delirium. I was informed they'd disappeared. In their vulnerable states, they must have wandered into the night and have not been seen since. As free as I am from foolish superstitions, I can't shake one thing. The father kept repeating, "Take our faith," and his youngest boy mumbled about going on the boat. People don't just vanish. Going on the boat? What do you mean by that? There's only two of you now. Where has one of you gone? I don't like that. I'm pretty sure there was at least one more of you just a second ago. We can pick up bottles. It sounded like one was right back there. God, when they speak, it's like they speak directly into my brain. We need the ability to carry heavier objects to get at that syringe. Whatever's back there. Must have been your personal stock of medicine, huh, Doc? Beyond the black day, we wait. Now, I did a little bit of reading in the few minutes before I played this just to try and understand a little bit more about what this game is about, it being technically a sequel. Got some golden teeth. 5. And I did hear mention of the Black Day relating to the original game. But I kind of doubt this really requires knowledge of what happened before. You're wandering about out there. I don't see how I'm getting past this. I also don't see how I'm getting back up. So now we've got some decisions to make. Well, there's a book here. Granny's scarf requests. Name Charlie, color yellow. Extra notes. Thank you, Granny. To be made. Erwin Brasco wants it in bright red. Delivered to office, not the mansion. That was done. Name, color purple. Extra notes. I admire your work, Mrs. Orne. It will look dreamy with my hat. You didn't get a name on the person who wanted purple, the king's color. God, it's like even being in your presence causes my reality to disintegrate, like you're getting louder and louder, even without me getting any closer. We're all back. Oh my god. I'm gonna come this way, and you're all gonna be cool. How about that? It's like Dishonored, except you have far fewer options in the stealth, being a mere mortal and all. I can get through here with a hatchet. I can reach in and pick up some medicinal powder, though. Unfortunately, the placement of these boards does not allow me to grab the other thing that's back there. Will it allow me to climb back up, I wonder? No, I think I'm in for a penny, in for a pound. God. I know you patrol. Drop down and past you. I think I might actually be able to walk decently fast without you hearing me. I am so glad I took that perk. But we're still okay. More rags. We can use our lighter to light candles, which makes sense. Let's move this stuff while trying our best not to make too much noise. great, dogs. And dogs smell. You know what? Screw you guys. You can probably crawl through there! And I just insta-died, I think. Alright, well, we can pick up this map and see all this. That doesn't really tell me anything new. Occult Oddities was over there. Kingsport Keeper's Weekly Bulletin. The Great War may have ceased, but strict alcohol measures will remain in place. Any Brasco stock will be confiscated. Reports of erratic episodes amongst locals have climbed. The sick are encouraged to isolate. Please stop tossing bodies into the sea. A reminder that it is prohibited to climb to the house on the crag. The cliffs are unstable. Alright, so we need to heal first. Oh wait, we could eat that, and that seems to have restored some health. It took a whole bunch of clicks to actually get it to register. But before we just follow in our own footsteps before, I also noticed that there's a path along this cliff here. So let's see where this takes us. There's some stuff down here, and we can climb back out. So that's useful for our saving needs. Kerosene. I'm thinking we can probably toss a bottle to distract enemies. Although I don't know what we can do if those dogs will actively hunt us. Gold teeth. Even this game's currency system is grotesque. And we could pick that lock if we had the lockpicking skills. Presumably much of this game will remain open for a while. But I feel like right now I just have to go back, make something, and save. If we explore... Ah, there is stuff back here. We can get plank and coil. Ooh, and what are these? Mushrooms. What if I just take the left path entirely and don't even bother trying to sneak around? You're there, harvesting a corpse. My head can't take a repeat of earlier. Wait, so am I not even supposed to attempt to go around you yet? Alright. Let's go left. Oh, look at that. We're starting to see, like, a sanity bar. Okay, well, it seems like without certain things, we can't even attempt to go out there. God, it reeks. Can't mistake that sour tang in the air. Yep, there's you guys. More of those herbs. You guys are still pissed. Having that one-shot kill from behind ability would be very useful right about now. I'm not seeing a good way to get to that house, though. Okay, maybe we can try it with the bottle. You don't seem to much care. You're still upset. This we can move without drawing your ire. It still doesn't help us much. I can hear you sniffing around. But there's just nothing here. 1% chance to lockpick. You guys are not at all happy with my presence. Okay, back to sleep with you. That makes things a bit easier. could maybe crawl into there then. Right into a decapitated corpse. Now, had I the perk that enables insta-kill from behind, I would be able to deal with you right now. What I'm seeing is there's a lot of opportunities to make use of those perks. All of them change the way you would go about this substantially. They're actually extremely important, not just little occasional conveniences. Is there anything I can talk to you about?
Always a pleasure to speak with you, Jack. How can I help?
Sure, and we have a lot of things to talk about now. Any guidance? You always seem to know everything. Hysterical. From the note, Erwin Brasco owned a trading company, so try his HQ. Big Joe was a renter. Perhaps the inn? Stanley rented once. And the king's color? A mystery. Probably your purple scarf. Can I get some thoughts on some things I found? Okay, so we can use you as a tip screen. I kind of thought we might. What have you obtained? Keep finding teeth? Any idea why? Lovely. And you've collected them with your bare hands. How charming. No, I haven't a clue. I've got these strange cards. They feel odd. They're definitely imbued with a force that amplifies the self, that enhances the mortal threads. Still skeptical of the occult? I can hear the witch's chants from here. Alright, you don't have to gloat. Tell me more about the unfortunates who sailed with us. Anthony, tell me about him. I still think he's up to something. A remarkable engineer, an obsessive clean freak, and a charmer. Almost managed to coax a blush out of me. Unheard of, even from you. Charm is not going to save our lives. You never know. Perhaps you should try it. Your grating timber may not be Anthony's fluid tones, but grainy honey is still sweet. You've got wit, I'll give you that. The doctor. What was his purpose coming? He confided there's a plant here that lulls the mind, but he was reverse engineering it into a sobering tonic. Did you not sniff the eye-watering aromas from his cabin? The whole point of drinking is to get drunk. Aren't you sharp? Imagine if bars could prolong their customers' desire. It's a gold mine. Immoral, but gold. No trace of the detective either? He just vanished. No pondering? He seemed to know his destination. Wilkins, I think his name was. Well, I'll keep an eye out for them. Almost sounds like he could be the protagonist. Speak more on the Brascos. They have me intrigued. Stanley's notes had plenty to say. 2 brothers, 1 business. Erwin, younger and a quiet thinker. Then Charles, polarizing charm in the face of it all. The town didn't like them? The town lost trust. Whatever occurred inside that house clearly spiraled. Charles changed. He went from being an acquired taste to downright vile. When Stanley last visited, he said the man looked ill. They lived in the mansion together? Them and Charles's wife, a gentlewoman. Erwin preferred his office. Stanley had visited a few times, and said guests were rare at the house. The brothers weren't close? Business rivalry is too simple, Jack. My instincts, which are always right, say it was more personal. Sounds like an odd match, a gentlewoman with him. Tabitha, sweet and well-loved, maternal, from what I know, of course. If I had to guess, she mellowed his edges a little. They balanced each other out. 2 sides of one coin. One rough and slightly unsavory, the other smooth and sweet. A familiar balance. Oh yeah? Well, I think that's enough gossip. We never spoke about the silent years between us. Time, that jealous beast, never likes to share. But you withdrew. I cast no blame, yet you became distant. It's hard to reach something that doesn't desire it. these years. It wasn't just you pushed away. Forgive me, Victoria. I know you cast your father into silence. He was inconsolable. Fortune favors you. I harbor a stubborn fondness for broken, miserable souls named Jack. Let's reclaim lost time. You may be giving us more than we deserve. But still, that sort of explains why we have such a need to go and make sure we actually see him again. We can also have a look at our storage. Nothing there for now, but later we'll probably be full of items. So if we have a look at the greater map, we can see that there actually is quite a bit to this. A covered bridge down here, perhaps an alternate way to the mansion. Actually, there's a lot of forest leading down to a bridge in a lonely cabin. There's the lighthouse down here in the more ill-defined area of the map. It's all smudged, kind of like our memory of the place. And here's the mine. If we come over to here, we could potentially drop down. Wouldn't leave us with any way up. Guess we'll see how fall damage is. Fairly forgiving. In other words, it's something we may need to do from time to time. More creatures. But more opportunities as well. A sickle. Okay, I imagine that's probably a better weapon. Get more of that stuff so we can heal on the fly, even if it is just a small amount. We're learning as we go. Oh, you saw me. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna have to try it. Does that call in more? Would not surprise me to learn. Okay. Maybe we can sheath this thing? No, there's an invisible wall. Oh, look at that. We can actually see our body when we look down. Alright, let's see what this is like. You're slow. You're very slow. Meaning combat may not actually be a necessity here. Oh, look at you and your glowing eyes. It can strike you back, although it is scary when you raise that. Assuming we catch you at the right time. Oh, you have the ability to... Well, you kind of swung through me there. But you can kind of catch me off guard. Let's bring our stamina back. And move back. You're holding your side. There we go. Although even being in your presence seemed to do some psychic damage. Well, we've taken out one of them. I'm just hoping that they can't be cured. There it is, the inn. Ash still dry in the air. War, but a different kind. If we can get beyond there and into that room, we could potentially do something. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, no, I know what this is. I think I've been here, but from another angle. Yes, no, this is through here. 50% lockpick. Now, sometimes it shows up in green, sometimes in red. But even with the same thing. And I'm not sure why, because, like, I've seen it green and red at 50 and 25%, so it's not like it's there to indicate a better chance. I can hear them walking around. I actually just made too much noise. That spotted indicator is very small and obscure. This looks like some kind of hastily constructed cage, like to keep a person in. And look, these little stick figures hanging like some kind of charm. This was a cozy place once. Impossible. There's no way the phones are live. The dreaming soldier. The tainted explorer. Good day. Isn't Kingsport quaint? A marvelous seacoast. And the buildings. Antediluvian. You're the one who called my house. I told you to find me here. And here you are. The day is coming. And you need an ally. I could kind of rebuke you, say you're a stranger, you might not even be real. But let's keep an open mind. Let's say you are an ally. What is this about? The thread is woven and cannot be cut. But maybe it can be rerouted? What do you mean? On offer, doom or doom, but one tinted with chance. The soldier and the red spark can alter the end, but must enter the dark house. What does that mean? The phone is silent. Cryptic as always. But I certainly wouldn't mind being a patron here. Let's just shovel those used gold teeth off the table. Alright, distractions. We need them all. Dude, I am absolutely in love with the environments in this game. That door is blocked, which is just as well. A light is on the other side, like someone was here recently, but that someone kept skulls, so maybe we don't want to find them in this state. Beyond the veil of Kingsport. Beyond the veil of Kingsport. Beyond the kiss of mist. O traveler, with whispers you'll tryst. Dreamers aplenty who ramble in folly. They just need their sleep, their thumb and a dolly. I, Captain the Terrible, who lives all alone. The old beggar ain't tough, he just needs a crone. And Tabitha, oh Tabitha, paint us a swirl. Your art is so pretty, you sweet red-haired girl. Beyond the veil of Kingsport, beyond the kiss of mist. Oh traveler, you cannot resist. You should run a tourism ad. We can think at the table. Some unconventional mechanics at play here. What I'd give for some fish and chips. And a pint. Don't think, Jack. You know, learning not to think may be a useful skill in Kingsport. Whether that's a help or a hindrance remains to be seen. We could get at the stuff back there. If only we could move a barrel. Whoops, chair's destructible. And we can get around this way. Seems everybody here was into the occult. So the innkeepers were kinda the local rich guys, and they were fairly different personalities. I guess that means Tabitha would have been something of a local celebrity then. Carry human skull. Why would I want to do that? And the aura dissipates while we're holding you. Requires triangle key. Okay, where do we find something like that? Man, this is really cool. I really like the idea of a lore-rich mystery exploration game done in the Dishonored style, where it's a semi-open world where we can explore the environment in any way we choose, and our abilities define the way we go about it. Therefore, our playstyle defines the way we go about it. Just heard a whisper. Another skull. Bird skull. For the love of... Why do people even mess with such darkness? That's a very, very big bird. Sigil rollback. Have I just made myself a safe area? Dude, that is so cool. I was hoping the inn would be a safe place. Now it is. But I can hear them retching about out there. Okay, well, we are definitely going to take this save. We do not need to have the lighter out to ignite a candle. There we are. The environments in this game, the way the dialogue is written, this makes me feel like I'm putting on my slippers and bathrobe and playing this in my study. Room 3. More teeth, more stuff. And here we have a storage chest, or no, just a regular chest. More teeth. To whoever boss sends, I'm chasing down scabs who have taken that safe we confiscated. They're brewing and peddling unsanctioned drugs. I know it. Had one of them cornered. The little freak spat at me. Even after a beating, all he said was, "The code is invisible to your small mind." I've searched that ugly yellow house from top to bottom. How can it be invisible? The addiction talking, probably. The yellow house that we saw on the way down to the village where those witches were. It's a long way from being able to get there, but we could try. That door is blocked. But not for long. Let's not neglect room 1, though. You hold up in here, maybe starve to death. Now will you be good? Yes, sir. Your story ended here, but what little glimpse we see just leaves us with more questions than answers. A horned skull. Okay, these must all be part of a puzzle. I should have left. The stupid council convinced me to stay. Apparently, we are going to stop it spreading. Idiot. The younger Brasco said his brother's wife is dead. Murdered. Now he wants to help us. Took murder to bring him to sense. I'm waiting for word. One good thing, Frank is still here. He's not the most polite, but once he knew I hated the woman shrieks outside, he came around eventually. You circled the wagons, tried to make something happen, but it was too little too late. Joe, I'm unimpressed you were not in your room when I knocked, playing hero with the other mortals. You shall help me. You will go to room 0, and when I return, you shall listen to my plan. Frank. Doesn't seem like we can interact with anything else, though. Open up. Let's make sure we get these things together. Ah, I see. So you go here. Presumably you being lit is all that's needed. The bird goes here. Just a little bit more to complete the ritual. Only wish I knew what ritual I was completing. There's a door small minds can't see. And a mirror they can't perceive. A person? Not a bad hiding spot. Frank. Another stranger who comes to our world. Are you alone, child? I'm Jack. Don't call me a child, mortal. Do not condescend me. Mortal? It means human, weak, perishable. You must be mentally lacking also. I didn't mean to offend, jerk. Lad, you mortals like this term. I've been watching you. Let me ask you something. Very well. The witches. I know you've met them. Does your mortal heart loathe them? They are vile things, unhuman, and we know that you think the same, so that's probably the right thing to say in this moment. Exactly. The worst is Agatha, head of the cancerous growth. Do not trust her. How so? Agatha's a snake who plays with her food, and you're a mouse. She has a strictly male taste. I'll decide on trust, but note taken, lad. Maybe I'll see you again. Eyes open, mortal. Very well. Much older than you seem, I take it. Fool. I thought I was clever using Frank's hideout. The witches nor the Shadow Man can find me. But here's the joke. It doesn't matter because this stone is going to kill me anyway. I should not have agreed. I don't want to save the town. Frank will help. Yes, he can use his magic and save me. I just need to keep my eyes open. Doesn't seem so, and it doesn't seem like Frank cares much for you at all. Indifferent at best. That's one of the tablets needed for the gate. It's coming. We cannot stop it. You always have a room here, huh? Well, that's the second tablet. I'm still looking for the first. Alright. Let's take our save. Now question, can we close that door? Does not seem so. Nor does it matter what happens from now on. Well, let's get down there. We have access to half the town now. And oddly enough, there don't seem to be too many threats around here. Everything's concentrated on that side of the fence. So let's use that to our advantage and keep exploring. Seems like most of the places are barricaded inward, actually. Which kind of makes me wonder what's on the inside. Could refer to this ugly house and not the one up on the hill. Meanwhile, blacksmithing and another witch. Let it be known, here rests a truly miserable creature of the aberrant sex, a man who deserves to be chained by his own audacity, like the rest of its male species. It may not perish in these bonds. Its biological curse is endless punishment. You're still alive. For all I know, a spell is keeping you alive indefinitely. I can hardly read that. The sea is king to us? Look at you, the man in the iron mask. You have witnessed torture aplenty in your years of conflict, but this is depraved. Something beyond human hostility. I could prod you. Seems undignified, but it's the only thing we can do. Kill me already, Bethan. If there's a scrap of you that clings. God, you're conscious? You, a man? I thought none remained standing. You've got to get me out, please. Slow down. How did this happen to you? She could be listening through my bonds. A spider waiting for tremor of a web. Just get me out. I beg. She? What cruel woman has done this to you? We've already got an idea. I will not allow my lips to form poison against her whilst condemned. You could be her eye, her test. Free me first. All right, how can I free you? A key. So long. I think I forged these chains. This lock. And perhaps even the key. A forced jest of my own making. If it has escaped this forsaken smithy, then I'm doomed. I'll look around. You made all this stuff, that's the irony. Well, I'm gonna loot your place while I'm at it, I hope you don't mind. That door is blocked. You provide the hint that it's gotta be here somewhere. Maybe we can enter from another direction? For example, if we can climb up and get between the houses, that's probably not it. But maybe... Wait, Brasco's Trading Company, this is... Never heard of them, at least not overseas. It's a little late for you to deliver that line. This was where you wanted the scarf delivered, right? All of it connected, you're getting closer. Whoa, 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 whoa. Is that an unexploded sea mine? And that's just out here. Okie dokie. You're just picking flowers in the garden, eh? There's a lot to see here, but maybe I can sneak past you into Osborne's store. Those sounded a bit like words in some capacity. This place is barricaded as well. Not many places I can see, it feels like. And here we are. Here's where we first entered. Look at this. When you enter, you can see the peaks of the house on the horizon. Well then, let's try this. This is the last building we haven't tried. Missing Bert and Arthur, last seen shopping timber. Missing baby Vi, last seen with Tabitha, rest in peace. Search party at dawn, meet at tavern, report any news. The door itself is blocked. I can see inside, which means that all of this is accessible in some way. Ooh, there's another totem here. Closed eyes, mortals sealed in paid chambers. Outside, look perches like a bird. This ambiance. Anything over here? Ooh. This is dark and spooky and blocked from the other side. Actually, a lot to see in this demo. I mean, it may still be early, but this is fairly polished. I wonder if all the dialogue will eventually have voice acting, or if the intention is to slowly roll it out over time. Oh god. You know what? Screw you, dog. Oh, we can open it from the other side! Yeah, you're gonna have to die. God, these things have a lot of health. Well, the door saved my life. I'm wondering if it's worth it to save or just reload. Well, anyway, we've opened that up. And we can insert the second tablet. That was a very Shining-esque sound you played. I wonder if Victoria has anything else to say.
Always a pleasure to speak with you, Jack. How can I help?
Have you noticed someone watching you? What? Why on earth would you ask me that? Don't be stupid. Nobody's watching. We could take the chance. But then again, we actually do have something to say, so that's probably more substantial. I only asked because an odd boy has been watching me. Oh, a mere boy. Stay alert and you'll be fine. Sure. It seems like you definitely do know more then, since, you gave me the option. Still, I think it's fairly amusing that you considered a boy to potentially be something of a threat, if I'm not alert. Ooh, another of these. The sanctuary stands defiant, its gaze locked upon the silent arbiter of destination. Behind the latter, luck recoils. Well, cryptic wisdom, which is no doubt relevant. Okay. How many gold teeth do we have? 36. There is a covered cellar there. Perhaps we can drop down and see something. Okay, you're showing me a hit marker. Am I actually chipping away at this? What if I had a lighter? Would that burn this? Oh, wait, there's a block. We can potentially block hits. Okay. Useful to know. You can open this from behind. Just opening up different areas is a huge help to us. We can inspect the bonfire remnants. Nicer here without a bunch of hags. I have a crazy idea. Okay, that didn't work. Well, that got your attention. Okay, well, looks like we're fighting then. Yep. A whole lot of violence is in store. When you get staggered, that helps, and it looks like you actually have a different animation for when you're injured, which is cool. So long as it's only one, we can take you. Taste your own medicine is what it is. Poor catch. The fish looks sickly. Only makes sense that the catch around a cursed place would be so. Glowering eyes gaze at you. The boy will talk on his terms, and that is not now. Alright, well, once again, screw you. Hey there, I just noticed you up there. Don't suppose there's going to be an easier way to get this done either. Hey, can we get your attention over here? Hey there, I don't know if I'm supposed to be able to do this. There we go. Maybe we are. Well, we were supposed to be able to get up here at some point, and maybe I can do some platforming? I might be doing this in reverse, actually. Up onto the roof and up and over. That didn't feel right, but it's accomplishing things. Look, there's a back door there. Okay. Let's look at this before we start burning bridges. Yep, we can just make it. Come on, that is so clearly open in there. That is so clearly open beyond those shutters. But it may not matter. An emerald, okay, we can bring that and this black powder. and make some ammo if we combine it with chem fluid. But no, the emerald. That was something that the merchant wanted. And there is a totem with our seal. Question is, how are we making this work? I can hear multiple pissed off witches here. Like you right there. And the dogs are none too happy with my presence either. But there's not going to be much they can do about me. I want to open that gate, but I also sort of don't. Alright, we're making progress now. The sea is listening to us. That was what it said on the floor in front of the prisoner. Yep. I want to draw your ire in case you can break that door down. Sort of sounds like you can. Oh, come on. You're really not going to let me through? Thank you. Something that's cool about this game is that it really does feel like a town under siege. I mean, no matter where you are or what you're doing, you can always hear what's around the corner, what's inside. And you don't know if you should be happy that it's sealed away or concerned that you'll have to deal with it very soon. Safe needs combination. The Unbroken Safe Company. We'll put that to the test. I can hear them stomping about upstairs. The one good thing about them is that they're not subtle. But look at this, the table is still set. Nearly as nice as Father's house. Seems out of place here. Well, at least we have a lot of rags to be used for healing. There they are. Every house is barricaded, and that helps us too. Dear JH, isn't this room nearly as nice as your father's house? Can you smell dinner? Your friend within can. Very hungry. A wanderer. It's not a familiar thought. This is specifically for us. Okay, you're in that room. It may be possible for us to ignore you for now. More teeth. Once I can buy that sledgehammer, this all gets a lot easier. This is a memoir. I've consigned myself to death. My wife is turned. That witch in the church has killed nearly all my fellow men. But she's got another thing coming. Nobody hurts my wife. Okay. Now I wonder then, is there just the one, like, chief witch, while the others don't really have free will of their own? Either way, I'm certainly not alone here. I bet that's one of them keys. I can feel it from here. Could I even climb up and over to have a peek? There's a red glow from down below and lots of blood stains. I could break into there if I had what I needed. I can climb up. It's just a storage area. Okay, so platforming is actually encouraged to an extent. Like, I'm supposed to be doing this. This isn't just me glitching the game out. We can't move any of this stuff. In that case, with nothing else to do, guess we see what's in here. Okay, back up. Hit you while you're staggered. Oh, and hit. Oh! Move back. I've got your attention. Hit, and you're done. Okay, I think I've got the hang of handling individual hags. I still fear for what happens when there's a group. There's another one already. Well, this does enable us. Ooh, this does enable us to climb out. And up to here. Accessibility. Making things more accessible is the name of all this. We're finding a lot of materials. I'm probably missing books because they kind of blend in with the environment, but she's losing her mind. After our little girl disappeared, that female omen befell her. Bethan dreads those hags outside, but she's becoming more like them. Yet she remains my wife and always will, even in this state. I'm sure we can overcome this sorrow together, if I just keep her focused and safe. Wishful thinking, I'm afraid. I bet that's her. With you looking out the window like this, I could loot the room without you being the wiser. Gold teeth 6. There's an emerald there. It's the only way. Okay, that's a lot of good hits. That's a lot of good hits. Ow! You just hit me right through the wall! Thanks. Oh, come on, please die. Please die. I don't have time for this. If I die, I have to redo a lot of things. You seem content to leave me alone now. We're healing a bit, but I still think I'll be a one-hit death, so it hardly matters. You've gone back to it, and I have gone back to you. Thanks for the emerald. That's 2. And if we check on our gold teeth, 82, maybe you'll reward us handsomely enough that we can afford that sledge? You know what? Never mind. I wonder if there's some reason to run and jump across this gap here. Also, hey, we actually learned dogs do not look up. What we could try to do is drop down back here. I'm not screwing something up. There's more of those bulbs. And a whole lot of gore, suggesting that maybe it didn't matter much. Jade lanterns, jade eye, safety near the shore. Luck found the door barred, the threshold forbidden. It shivers, cold. I don't even want to know. Victoria would have a field day here. And yet she doesn't, so she doesn't get to complain. Blocked. Everything's blocked. Everything in the world is blocked. Except the outhouse. Of course, we can make this place our own. Sinner's card. So then, if we were to have a look at our talents... Ah, we can choose from an entirely different set. Agile reduces melee attack stamina consumption by 10%. Duelist does the same thing. We have increased sanity resistance, increases occult check chance by 20%. So those will improve our chances on RNG. If we take Fighter and Brawler, we can have 100% more damage with fists. So unarmed is actually a decent way to go. We can build our character here. I think just increasing the occult check chance will work more in the context of the demo. There we go. Always around corpses, including the one in our own home. We're all just playing that same song, aren't we? Blocked, of course it is. But not this one. As soon as we get that sledge, that's when the world opens up to us. Let's place you here, but not before we get those teeth. And as always, I can hear something shuffling around in the barricaded parts of the house. Looks like they took the zombie advice and broke down the stairs. Die. Die. You don't seem to be as hurt by this. You're not even reacting. I'm a lot more scared of you than I am of others. Oh, you're starting to, actually. Can we get you to come a little closer? You're not really attacking either, though. You're definitely mad. And you did aggro on us without us doing anything. It looks like your face is painted. I'm wondering if you just don't know what to do in this situation, or if something really is bugged. You're taking a tremendous amount of punishment, but you're holding your side like you're damaged. Alright, let's just worry about sneaking around then. Seems to be a mutual can't kill each other thing going on here. And I guess I'm happy to indulge that. Wire coils for lockpicks. And even if you see me, I don't really care at this stage. An axe. There we go. What have we here? Okay, this just became our best friend. I wonder if we were supposed to do this earlier. No matter, because we have it now. We can get back down to there, or we can try to finish you off. I do wonder if killing you is the wrong thing. You know what? Like, don't even worry about it then. I can't recall my name. She came last night. You know, if you want to read this, go ahead and do it. Because I'm not taking damage from you. Not now. Yep. Another emerald. I don't remember quite how many we needed. Such a vast family. I wonder if any still breathe. I doubt it given the circumstances. First aid kit, first one we've found. I guess they figured we'd be a little fatigued by now. We have a 1% chance to lockpick this, or the woodworks key could open it. Given the state of things out there. This is so cool. It's like a Lovecraftian zombie apocalypse. An occult spin on everything. There's dogs out there. They weren't on the street before. Did something I did enable them? This was where that breakable was. Bye. Everybody's angry. I don't regret letting Irwin perform that life seal. If it means keeping the older one from ruining Kingsport, I'll gladly give my life. But God, this talisman, whatever it is taking everything out of me. I can barely stand. The gate must stay closed, though. He's already done enough damage. Such force. Like tiny needles in my skin. It's enticing. Might have something to do with the sedative we just picked up. Maybe we can feed the dogs. You were one of the entrusted ones. It's through here. We can get downstairs. Where we know more things are waiting. Let's just get your stuff. Just get your stuff. There we go. The constant looting is also reminiscent of Dishonored. Maybe I'm not supposed to be killing everything, but I sure am. Hopefully you're not immortal as well. There you are going all aggro. Well, you're getting stunned. Oh yeah, I like this thing. No triangle key. Those dogs. Okay, let's see if we can cheese this. We can. Come on, right here, right here. Oh no, oh no. Am I accidentally phasing you into the house? Please don't react to me. Seems this town has always held some solemnness in its heart. Well, when that prompt comes up, I can't actually see what's on the picture. Could come out this way. Making our lives easier. There's even more in the basement. Fleshy chum. I can taste the iron. It's like a congealed mass in my throat. My legs are protesting already. I should lighten up. Okay, there's the end of our inventory space. Cool flavor text also to indicate that. Yep, there you are. We're gonna have to fight you. Nice fight. Hey, there's something we can cut through here. It's gonna be a long video at this rate, but hey, that just means that this is really impressive for a demo, doesn't it? More teeth. Wednesday 11th. 2 milliliters. Wow. I'm skipping in the lilac fields every time I close my eyes. The herb is a miracle. Yellow lotus, coined and discovered by Dr. Marie Sims. I've almost finished my book. Chasing Dreams has a nice ring. Friday the 13th. The sneaking scab who owns the warehouse has stolen some of my work. I've spied him lurking. There was a slight tussle over my book, resulting in a torn page. Rat. I'll sneak into the warehouse when I feel well. Science cannot be stopped. And we just got the book, Chasing Dreams. There is our second, only one more needed. And I suspect that's where the demo will terminate. Alright, bud, what are we up to? I found this book on dreams and other research. Interested? Look, see here. Not dream-related, but you can use Gallerina mushrooms to caress trauma. How fitting. My special stock expands just for you. I wouldn't say no to that. Oh, Nancy's screw. Some scoundrel has desecrated this magnificent work. A page torn. How will I glean the dream's discovery? My sir, we cannot leave this unfinished. Forgive me, but how am I going to sniff out a single page? I plead, my sir. If there's nothing of indication left by the doctor herself, then I'm stumped. My greatest apologies. Well, I guess the hunt continues. Your spirit is almost as pristine as my Baroness. Lucky to you. Now before I peruse the spine, do you need anything? Well, there was still the emeralds. Are they shiny enough? Look at how they shine. They will twinkle in the fancy lands and set her aside as the most brilliant. Make sure they go to use. Emeralds aren't cheap. You shall be rewarded. A discount off all my wares, just for you, my sir. The haggard women will be oh so jealous. I appreciate that. So let's see those wares. A fairly substantial discount. We should probably buy the sledgehammer, right? Ooh, and we've also got the soothing powder recipe. You know what? I think I'm good for now. If I can get up there, I can make something happen. Problem is, they're not really giving me any easy way to go about it. If I could climb up on this sign, I could. Could also break into the back. These strange vines are everywhere. I've never seen anything like this. Well, except for all those times you have today. Can I break these with this? Nope, you'll register a hit, but I can't quite do it. Taking that perk would have been great. November 18th? Or 19th. Still saving up to see my Margaret in Arkham. Every sale adds to my travel fund. I reread her letter recently. I miss my little one so much. Bragged to the neighbors about what a clever girl she is. She's safer there. November 21st. That woman came by. Even asked for a discount. She'd probably ask for my daughter if she could get away with it. I hate her for taking away my love. Hate her for making my little one growing up without a father. I know it was her. Accusations of witchcraft. Then actual witchcraft, so either you were right or you made something happen. Maybe it is just coincidence. Maybe you're just incorrect. Whole lot of gold teeth we won't have to use. Black powder, rags, wire coil, tons of stuff. Howdy, bud. Still haven't found the key, but I'm working on it. I am working on it. Ugh. In a tight space like this, it actually kind of works. Intellect stimulant. Can we use that? Increases skill check successes for 30 seconds, but reduces max sanity for 2 minutes afterward. Okay, so it's not a permanent upgrade. Not something we just want to stick into our eyeballs there. Lighthouse, tonight. Watch the dark, trips you not. 11:30, lunar. Mother is like an owl. I must wait till she is truly dreaming. Marry me. You won't need to sneak then. One day. Promise. Remember. 11:30 lunar. Probably something important. Could try to lockpick this. 50% chance. There we go. From which we get all of this. There's a UI we've not yet seen. You can also climb onto the roof from here, breaking out from the opposite way, and into this little alley. Interesting. Oh, crap. Okay. Sneak over and deals with you. There's two of them. Crap. Very crap. Open up. And come on, close. So that's the situation we're in now. Can you get close to the door so I can try and axe you through it like before? No, I don't suppose you will. Sedative. More teeth. Oh. We're in the back of the place now. Can't tell the blood from the wax. It was from here that I heard a witch. Would love to know where she's gone now that I'm inside. I swear they're tunneling under these places. Another door for which we need the triangle key. I swear this game effortlessly glides back and forth between magical whimsy and brutal gore. Tablet. It dizzies me. Victoria will surely have a theory. You've got a phone as well. Oh well, this place is now our place. Dead at your own desk. A pitiful end for a man. So, from the mist he brings the end. That's that shadow man we've been hearing about, no doubt. So all the conspirators are gone. I had a dream once, to sit behind my own desk. A part of me knew digging deeper was a bad idea. He always had a nasty streak, we both do. But something changed in him. I could see it, and his own wife saw it too late. I was too late. I'm dying. But my secret study paid off. Elder brother, we can both have secrets. Many. She chose you in life. But maybe she'll choose me in death. A little bit of a triangular situation going on here, eh? Well, doesn't matter now. This is stuff I'll file under other people's problems. Look at how those weeds caress your dead body. This is madness. Nothing in the realms of normality. Look at you. It's as if you're standing on your own. Hanging man. The desperation of man. I hope it was your own choice. I need to shield myself from these sights. Sinner's card. Okay, let's choose another one. And you know what? I think Mind Fortress would be a great one. An ability, a coping skill for us to employ in situations just such as this. More teeth. More teeth. Yeah, we're really gonna need to guard our sanity against this. Horrifying, absolutely horrifying game. And those growls are picking up. I don't know where you are, but I know it's threatening. Okay, we're out. We're out, and we're heading back. There's still no doubt more to explore, but I'm actually very low on time, unfortunately. This demo is absolutely wild, and you know what? If it's any indication of how the full game is going to function, I love it. I love this very, like, Resident Evil style, or, like I said, closer to Dishonored style, semi-open world where we have choices to make, people to interact with, and a whole lot of exploring to do. Not to mention choices with how we build our character that influence how we do that. Found a purple tablet. Made me feel quite lightheaded. Realms of conflict. Thoughts of hushed jealousy. A brother changed. A murder of unspoken love. Where was it? On a dead man's desk. The building was called Brasco's. Erwin, the younger brother, who was grieving over someone that wasn't his. The thought breaks my heart. Well, your insights do help. But now it's time to finish this. There we are, and there is the end of the demo. Thank you for playing. Everything that remains of the misty city of Kingsport and its inhabitants can be seen in the full version of the game. You'll find numerous locations to explore, mysteries to solve, interesting plot twists, and fateful choices to make. Add the game to your wishlist and subscribe so you don't miss the release. I will. Oh, and look, we have all kinds of different enemies and weapons and artifacts. Look, even holding a lantern as things scurry in a dark cave. I love the idea of combining this type of gameplay with Lovecraftian horror and deep storytelling. It's scary, yes, especially when it comes to the dark and detailed environments and the sound design, how you can just hear those things rattling and rasping and growling all around you. But it's also, like, through the gameplay mechanics, it actually allows you to engage with the mystery that a Lovecraft game needs to have. It adds so much weight when there's so many ways to go about things, when there's actual characters we can talk to, where most games would just have corpses. I just love how different and in-depth it feels compared to a lot of other horror games, and surely if this gets the attention it deserves, it'll be a big hit. But I've already talked enough about the specifics in what's already a pretty deep game, so if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.